Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Marriage, Politics, and Sports. Here we are again with some more for Shannon Sharpe. This is a special edition, if you will, on the swivel at the sports bar. And since more and more news keeps coming out about the downfall of my man Shannon Sharpe, we're gonna just kind of cover it as part of my sports, politics, relationships kind of thing, and it's a little intersection of all those three things here. So I just tell you, man, I'm hard pressed to quote what he had with this young lady relationship. But if it was going on more than a little while, as opposed to, I know he was tricking, but he was tricking with making this chick have some feelings for him, maybe, or she just tricked him out. But somehow, if you have a relationship, whatever it might be deemed, for 3 years or 2 years with a young lady, there's enough time being spent, even if it's on a down low, that there's certain things that make it more than just a regular situationship. And he's finding out that when you have a lady that you leave bitter, anything could come back at you and bite you on the ass. So before we go ahead and talk about that, he's out with ESPN. I'm gonna just show an article, maybe read some of it best I can. But this is another brother, man, who was at the pinnacle of success, and he's giving it all away because of some box. I mean, it seems like one of the biggest failings, besides the IRS and baby child support, men fooling around. I guess that child support is part of this. Losing it all because of a woman. It's all too commonplace. I mean, it's not just recency biases throughout history, literature, anywhere you have, you can almost point to the downfall of man based on, something he did stupid over a woman. Actually, we all have to live through this because Adam was weak when Eve offered him the fruit of the tree of knowledge. When he knew he should have told, acknowledged her right then and there, he simped out. Now all of us got to deal with that shit for the rest of eternity. Anyway, if you believe in those kind of things. Anyhow, listen, Shannon is a big disappointment. If you look at it, no other way to couch it is that he's a disappointment. Okay, so let's look at this article a little bit that he's out with ESPN. It's somewhere around here. Let me see if I can find it. And it's shame. It's a shame. Where the hell is it? I had it right. Oh yeah, it's somewhere in here. Hiding itself from me. Okay, there it is. All right. Let me move up. Okay, you can see this, right? Yeah, it's gonna be small, but let me go ahead and open it up a little bit. Let's go through it. Shannon Sharpe stepping away from ESPN amid 50 million sexual assault lawsuit. New allegations of incident at FS1. So there was, of course, we knew that there was any woman who had any slight against Shannon Sharpe is going to use this opportunity to speak out. But let's put first things first. They can let him couch it any way he wants. He's stepping down from ESPN. Essentially, he's fired. We know that he was never going to sit next to Molly Curum again with these allegations on his neck. ESPN for two things. One, it's a Disney company, and they've already acquiesced everything to the woman's side of the ledger. And with these accusations with a commercial enterprise, there is absolutely no way you're going to have my man on on the dais with Stephen A. Smith or Molly Curum with these allegations over his head. All right, just it was just an impossibility from the get go. All right, so he's fired. No matter how he wants to couch it. They say Shannon Sharpe is stepping away from ESPN for the next few months. There's no next few months to it. Okay, He's never going to be behind that desk again. I believe even if he wins the case or settled, I just think that, they're going to cut ties because they're just going to cut ties. Right? The Hall of Fame tight end and First Take host announced on Thursday that he's stepping back from the broadcast appearances on the network while he deals with the fallout from the $50 million lawsuit filed earlier this week. The lawsuit filed by the alleged former romantic partner accuses Sharpe of sexual assault and battery. Now, isn't that kind of funny? You have a former, romantic partner accusing you of sexual assault and battery. It's possible. And, I don't even know if you could really call him a romantic partner. He was just banging around, essentially. And, things got crazy. Uh, he might have tried to leave without her and giving her nothing. And the cheetah effect, you got to have a gift basket in the trunk, or else a woman ain't letting you just walk out the door, Now, everybody, going to get on this 21-year-old, 19-year-old shit. I don't want to hear it. This woman was an experienced OnlyFans sex worker. She knew exactly what she was doing. You don't have to be an old 40-year-old biddy to know how to take advantage of a man based on his sex. So let's stop that bullshit right there. Anyway, so the statement host posted on social media, Sharpe said that the relationship was consensual. And it probably was, right? It probably was. See, but that's not the point, Shannon. And a consensual relationship can also morph into an abusive relationship or a relationship where there's assault. Matter of fact, we already know that a husband can be accused of sexually assaulting his wife. So if that's true, you can't stand on that it was consensual. It might have been consensual until it wasn't. So you got to come with something better than that, right? Okay. I will not be devoting this time to my family responding and dealing with these false disruptive allegations set against me. I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the new NFL preseason. Statement said, listen, I hope you're right, Shannon, but let me tell you, man, I don't you believe it? Okay, so here's some posts. This is the truth. The relationship was consensual. I bet you nobody's even going to argue that, right? At this juncture, I am, I'm electing to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. This is kind of delusional. I don't think this was his choice, right? So he talks about his panel. He talks about when he's coming back. Yes, he appreciates the overwhelming and ongoing support. Okay. So, yeah, I believe he has some real supporters, so there's no doubt about that. So he just signed a multi-year contract with ESPN in 2024, right? You know what? That damn contract probably has all kinds of clauses in it that they can terminate that at will for cause. And this is a cause. They haven't done it yet because they don't have to. They haven't done it because they don't have to. But all right, so there's some more. Let me see. Okay, so Sharpe was accused of choking a female production assistant during his time at FS1. Where he was a co-host, and I guess this was on Undisputed in 2016 to 2023, right? Per what's that, Glycepical, whatever that name is. The incident took place in the workplace while there was no lawsuit filed against Sharpe. Fox reportedly settled with the accuser for several hundred thousand dollars. Now, listen, if that was a lie, he would come out and say that was a lie, right? This is so easily verifiable that it's got to be true, right? Because nobody's just going to come up with a story like that. So it's probably true. So the representative for Sharpe told the front office the incident did not occur as outlined. So what the hell does that mean? There was no incident of choking involving Shannon Sharpe on FS1 set. On one occasion, he had a few colleagues were involved in some light physical interaction in a playful context. Fox Sports later chose to resolve the matter privately. All right, so come on, man. How does a playful back and forth turn into a few $100,000? I mean, who you think you can't blow blue smoke up everybody's ass on this one, okay? There was an incident, and whoever was on the other side of the incident thought it was bad enough for them to come out against you, and they held it private because a few $100,000 is a few $100,000. And that means something to a lot of people. So anyway, this lawsuit kickstarted scrutiny into Sharpe, who originally filed on Sunday by an unknown woman. Okay, she's not on the Jane Doe. We know who she is. The woman accuses Sharpe of multiple instances of assault and battery. In a video posted on Instagram on Tuesday, Sharpe called the lawsuit a shakedown. He can be right. It's a shakedown. It's a shakedown because you gave this woman the ammunition and the wherewithal to set things up to make you look like a fool. Right? Because let's just say it has been a setup all from the beginning. You did everything. You played the useful idiot in your own demise. You played the youthful idiot in your own demise. So even though I hope you get out of this thing, but again, you're another successful man, not only black man, but especially black man, who's at the top of his profession, getting ready to, I guess, sell or make a deal with Club Shay Shay for $100 million. And not only is this lady trying to take $50 million from you, she pretty much kills the Shay Shay deal. Now the Shay Shay deal might be revised if you get out of this, but I don't see you back on ESPN ever again. Okay, so you might still have Shay Shay, and you still probably have Unk and and Ocho, because Ocho is going to stick by you, no doubt about that. So at least you still have that podcast. I don't think nobody's going to take that away from you. I don't know if YouTube will just kick you out based on these allegations, but who knows? They get fickle too. So all I'm just trying to say is, man, you kind of blew it. You really blew it. And I think it's going to come back and haunt you. And listen, and one of the things I did do, and I think this will be good for everybody, not good for everybody, but one of the things I do is I get inspired I use AI music. I get inspired to, see if they could produce a record, with this kind of situation in mind. It's clear that Shannon Sharpe lacked the necessarily mature discernment not to be fooling around with a woman with nothing to lose. Right? This is a woman with nothing to lose, and he's fooling around with her as if, it doesn't matter. And he's finding out that, when you be that stupid and be that horny, anything could happen to you. And right now, this is the worst nightmare that a man could possibly have. This is what I think. So I'm going to leave Shannon Sharpe with a little cautionary song and tale about a man who needs discernment but lacks one, and the dangers that can happen when you leave a bitter woman in your wake.
When the lights dim low and desires ignite, a balance of respect in the heat of the night, knowing when to chase and when to refrain. Na must learn the wisdom in passion's sweet rain. Open up your mind before you open the door to your lust. Find the depth within to comprehend consequences thrust. It's more than a moment, it's a journey we take, with the heart as a compass, each choice that you make. Building a bridge from the body to mind. Found the strength in the love, not to leave a bitter woman behind. Navigating the paths of attraction we face. Understanding ourselves gives us the true grace. With every heartbeat, hold your ground with pride. In the dance of desire, let discernment be your guide. Seek the spark of the soul, let your spirit soar. In the tide of the flesh, find the strength not to hit it raw. It's more than a moment, it's a journey we take, with the heart as a compass, each choice that you make. Building a bridge from the body to life. Find the strength in the love, not to leave a bitter woman behind. Men, walk with intention, let your mind lead the way before your soul. In the realm of desire, find the discerning effort, test to see. Walk with intention, let your mind lead the way before soul. In that over desire, find instead how to just say no.